Ba-dum, let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop and help keep the doors open. It's Friday. It's time to take a look at all the new product on the shelves of your friendly local game shop, if you're lucky enough to have one. But don't take my word for it. Call ahead to make sure they have the product in stock. And if they don't, ask them to special order it. Remember, we're still dealing in the aftermath of the Diamond distribution, Alliance distribution, whole black, declaring bankruptcy thingy. So shipments could be delayed, but so yeah, just out there. From Troll Lords Games, we have the Ruins of Ensmeet for Amazing Adventure. This is a $10 adventure for the Amazing Adventure system, not Castles and Crusades, but Amazing Adventures. Weird that they would make a fantasy type adventure for Amazing Adventures and not just make a fantasy times adventure for Castles and Crusades, since Amazing Adventures is just the basic engine of the Castles and Crusades, slightly modified to be more open and generic, and many people think that it actually does fantasy better than Castles and Crusades did. So I don't really know why they would do this. But okay, it's a town. It's a fantasy world. It's a town of Ensmeet, is well documented, and there's a bunch of adventures, but there's more to Ensmeet than meets the eye. It's a place that echoes itself across dimensions and is forever tied to the worlds beyond. Nestled beneath the comforting branches of a fold of oak trees, the town has a few people living there anymore. Buried and forgotten, a portal the PC finds leads them below the town to a seemingly infinite network of tunnels that lead to beyond the worlds that the PC knows. So an interdimensional, vaguely haunted, sort of abandoned town in a lovely, lush forest where everything's, look at the lovely trees and it's so nice and pastoral. No, look, you can hear the music from the theme for the Shire playing, and there are some people farming, but oh wait, there's something sinister going on. From Yeti Spaghetti and Friends, okay, you win for quite possibly the best name of a tabletop role-playing game company of all time. We've got stuff for the Fright Show D100 horror role-playing game. Who remembers the Fright Show role-playing game? There was a whole bunch of horror games that came out in the early 80s, early 90s for the gaming community. Stalking the Night, fantastic, and it came from the Late Show, one of my favorites. But there's a bunch of these, and Fright Show was one of them. Each of these adventures is $15. We've got Gollum. We've got High Sea Terrors. We've got Lair of the Blue Mara. We've got Tricks and Treats. And then we've got Vengeance of Bathoni with this, I guess that's supposed to be Elizabeth. And oh no, you can see her. Never mind. So these are adventures using the system of Fright Show, all redos of classic Fright Show adventures. So if you want horror with a little goofiness added in and some retro 1980s, 1990s goodness, here you go. Spookiness. Who doesn't love spookiness? From Earl of Fife, we have The Heart of Tiberius for Mothership, it looks like. Yep, Mothership. Your corporate overlords have sent you to a mining facility. The mining facility just happens to be infested with alien parasites. You must unveil the sinister mystery hidden by the corporation and government overlords as you explore the mining station, facing monstrous, corrupted crews, perilous decisions, new threats, robots, and other stuff. And if this sounds a lot like an extremely popular movie with Sigourney Weaver, I'm sure it's just coincidental. From Exalted Funeral for Mark Borg, we have Ungods. It's $24. It's a grotesque adventure inspired by Virgil's Ascend, based upon the same short story by Marco Taddei, Taddei. You had ships, but they had become sinister to them as the spirits have taken possession of them. Now the PCs find themselves in sort of a silent hell among the black sands of an aimless desert. The PCs realize that they have left it is a dangerous exploration of the bitter land. So based upon Virgil's Aeneid. Obviously, most people know Virgil for, Inferno, but he did make some other plays. And, Inferno is just part of a larger trilogy, but everybody knows Dante's Inferno and Virgil. So, yeah. City of Mist, Local Legends from Son of Oak. This is City of Mist. This is a $50 book of new districts in the City of Mist and a whole bunch of new superheroes, supervillains, and individuals fighting for goodness or badness within the City of Mist for $50. Or for $15, you could go to drive-thru and get Vigilantes for Shadowdark, which is basically the same thing. I'm just saying. And from Severed Books, we have some dice. These are $24 each. Ooh, glow-in-the-dark dice. Well, I mean, this is gelatinous cube dice. This is blood dice. This is blood and black dice. $24 each. I guess are each supposed to sort of emulate a type of slime. This one supposedly glows in the dark, but I mean, really, does it? We all know how plastic glow-in-the-dark toys kind of do. Anyways, it's dice with theming and very expensive dice. From Dungeons and Dragons Liquid Core Set, for fan roll metallic dice, we've got $80 dice. Handcrafted, infused with glitty liquid cores that swirl and roll. Each set is hand polished to keep their edges sharp. So it's like those little, somehow they've injected a little bit of glowy, glittery thing in there. When you shake up your dice, the water goes, does this affect its ability to roll accurately? Who knows? Probably. $80 for dice seems a little pricey, but I guess if you can afford $80 for dice, then that might not seem pricey. From Easy Rollers, we've got Space Field dice for $10. These are just dice that have some shimmery colors on them that vaguely evoke outer space. So they've got some glittery stuff in the resin that they use to make the dice. So like, ooh, pretty. Look, you can watch the light reflect off my dice. And it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. $10 versus $80 versus $25. I mean, I love gelatinous cubes as much as anybody, but yeah, $10. This dice. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It is Virgil who wrote the Divine Comedy, isn't it? Or is it Dante? Wait, what did Virgil write? What poem is... Did I just give you wrong information? Oh, yeah. No, okay, yeah. It's Dante who wrote Inferno, and Virgil is a different poet, and he's known for different things. I'm sorry, I gave you wrong information. It's been a long time since I studied that. Considering I'm a published poet, I should have known that, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Dante and Virgil are two separate individuals. Then we've got some more love for Mothership. You can never go wrong with more love for Mothership. And then we've got the return of a classic 80s, 90s horror game with Fright Show by Yeti Spaghetti. And just because of that name alone, you automatically win, because that's just an awesome name. He is a Yeti made out of spaghetti, a Sasquatch made out of pasta, a Bigfoot made out of macaroni. It sounds awesome. And then we've got this spooky towns of spookiness. Not sure why we need a separate setting for fantasy adventures when Troll Lords already has Castles and Crusades. And they both use the same basic engine. Ooh. So, yeah. But who doesn't love pastoral English countryside, semi-abandoned town, middle of nowhere? Maybe it's got some old roadside attraction on it. It's quaint, it's cute, but it's also sinister. Spooky, 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 spooky. And that's everything that's available this week from your friendly local game store. But again, don't take my word for it if I mention something you're interested in, like Vigilantes for Shadowdark. Give them a call and make sure they have it in stock. And if they don't have Vigilantes for Shadowdark in stock, see if they can special order it. Or you could just go directly to Lulu and pick up a POD of Vigilantes for Shadowdark by yours truly. Links down below. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Stay safe out there. And I will talk to you later.
Roll the dice and ride the wave. Quest and dragons, the news we crave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.